Continuing the breaking news we brought you last hour, Newsmax confirming that former President Trump has filed a $500 million lawsuit against former lawyer Michael Cohen. That, according to a source familiar with the matter. The lawsuit is unrelated to the case against Mr. Trump by the Manhattan District Attorney.
Joining us now to discuss is constitutional attorney, Randy Zelin. Randy, what are you hearing about this, and what is this really all about?
Well, let me start with the latter. What is this really all about? It is potentially at one time both a brilliant and potentially very dangerous maneuver by former President Trump. What I believe he's trying to do right now is a couple of things. First of all, he's trying to get Mr. Cohen to talk through the pleadings, through affidavits, through the production of discovery. He's trying to get potential evidence that he can use both in the criminal trial or other criminal trials, and to impeach Mr. Cohen if Mr. Cohen is called as a witness by any prosecutor. So from that standpoint, absolutely brilliant. The truth of the matter is he could sue him for 500 million, 500 billion. There is the question of A, is it collectible? B, is there a cause of action or a claim for the breach of the attorney-client privilege? Where it gets dangerous for Mr. Trump is because the crime fraud exception, meaning if he was using Mr. Cohen to help further criminal activity, now there's no privilege. So that could be opening up, quite frankly, a big can of worms.
Well, interesting. The wheels of justice, especially in New York State and New York City, turn very slowly. And we already have D.A. Bragg bringing the charges against the former president. Now, maybe this is a different court system. I guess this would be a civil endeavor. How would this, time-wise, be affected? Because you're talking about discovery. So they would want the information before they actually got into the case against him from Mr. Bragg.
Well, remember something. At its earliest, Mr. Trump doesn't have to go back to court in Manhattan until December. And that's not for trial. That will probably be for a status conference. We all know that right out of the Trump playbook is delay, stall, delay, stall, delay, stall. So in my opinion, he's got all the time in the world to generate in Florida to get Mr. Cohen to speak, to get Mr. Cohen to write, also to get his narrative out there without having to worry about being cross-examined in a criminal trial, because you know these are publicly filed documents. They will be able to talk about them differently than they would be in the criminal case. So they get to, again, taint a potential jury pool just with these Florida filings. So once again, it is potentially an absolutely brilliant strategy by Team Trump.
Okay. Thank you very much, Randy Zelin. I appreciate you. We're also joined by Lauren Cohen and Sid Rosenberg right now. And I wanted to get your thoughts. No, let's not. We're not doing this right now, folks. Hang on a second. Sid, I see you over there nodding. Yeah. And you obviously have some thoughts about what's going on with this.
I do. Randy did a very good job there, but don't forget, I'm friends for 43 years with Joseph Tacopina. He's my best friend. We carpool together at Poly Prep. And the only show he's done since the arraignment was my show on WABC yesterday. And here's what's going to happen, folks. He's got till December because they just got the evidence. They're going through the evidence. There's still going to be a lot of motions here. Tacopina is going to try like hell to dismiss this, I should say, on like 10 different reasons, 20 different reasons. Truth is, it's probably not going to trial anyway. It's not going to happen. So they have plenty of time for this Michael Cohen stuff to evolve because, like Randy just talked about, between Tacopina filing motions and the time to look at the evidence, you're a good 7-8 months away. So this is a brilliant job out of Donald Trump. Look, he's not going to collect a penny. This is kind of like
right.
The
We know he
O.J.
doesn't have $500 million.
Right. I mean, you know, the father, Fred Goldman, never saw a penny from O.J. Simpson. But this is Donald Trump saying, hey, you're going to mess with me, I'm going to mess with you.
Yeah, Laura Curran, your thoughts.
So stop the presses. Trump is suing someone.
Right.
This is something he always has done, even before he got involved in politics. But we're seeing this ratcheting up. Everybody seems to be suing everybody. So Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan DA, was subpoenaed to testify in D.C. He's suing about that. Trump is suing Michael Cohen. It's just this escalating thing.
Yeah.
The lawyers are going to make out great. They're going to, your buddy Joe Chacapino, and they're going to make a lot of money through all of this. The American people, I don't think it's so great for us.
Yeah, the only thing that I will say is Mr. Trump is notorious for filing lawsuits for a reason. And this looks like, Sid, you're saying, I mean, Randy hit on this pretty well.
Yeah.
Discovery. Also, Cohen's going to have to spend money to defend himself.
Sure.
Maybe buys him some time. As a witness now, he's not as effective, Michael Cohen.
Him as a witness.
Right, they're going to impeach him. I mean, look, I've seen a lot of these cases come and go. Joseph Tacopina's done a lot of cases in that same courthouse where Mr. Trump was arraigned just about a week and a half ago. But when you have your star witness is a convicted felon, And on top of that, I don't care who you are, Republican, Democrat, Independent, if you really took a look at that indictment, which we all did since that went down last Tuesday,
Yeah.
it's a joke. It's an absolute joke.
Okay.
So Michael Cohen's a joke. The indictment's a joke. My money is on President Trump.
Okay.
All right.
Sid, Laura, thank you very much.